Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. I thought it might be fun to take a look at a hairdo style today. This will be a part of my affordable series. This particular line does offer a lot of budget-friendly wig styles. So we're going to examine today the Courtside Waves in the color R11S+, which is glazed mocha. Now, I have not taken this out of the box yet. This is exactly how it came. There's been a little bit of a packaging change here. We're going to unbox and apply this style coming up. I purchased this wig style with my own funds from Wig Studio One. If you expand the description box below this video, you'll find a link directly to this wig style. You can check out the colors, the pricing. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com or from any product page on the site. Scroll down, hit the help button to be connected with a live chat. So you see, I'm sporting my natural hair today and sort of a minimal makeup look. Something different. I wanted to get in the front of the camera, but I didn't want to make too much fuss this morning. So let's get down to our featured wig style today. I need to make this a part of my affordable series because typically hairdo creates some really cute styles. So you'll notice right away that there's been a change in the packaging. Now, I don't know if this is a change just for the newer styles that are coming out or if they're making this change throughout that line. But it used to be where hairdo would present the styles in a cake box kind of a thing, a very thin cardboard cake box looking box, and it was always sufficient to protect the wig, but there's probably a good reason for the change here. So what you'll find is that same cardboard form with the wig kind of nestled inside, but then all of that is slipped inside of a plastic Ziploc kind of bag. Now the plastic is fairly heavy gauge plastic. I don't think I'm gonna put my hand through it at all. It's I think it's well sufficient to protect the wig style. And I always travel with my wigs in these kind of bags anyway, so this might actually come in handy during the traveling times. So you can see everything is there. So let's go ahead and open it up. I have to find the break in this plastic here. Okay, so I've just unzipped it here a little bit. And I'm going to pull out the insides. Okay. All right, so what fell down out of the bag was just a little nylon wig cap liner that they would typically put in all of their shipments. And the plastic bag does contain a little bit of a tag, although there are still string tags attached to the style. Let's take a look. So there's a care instruction pamphlet and the name tag attached, just like you would normally find. So I'm going to slip this out. Looks like there's a little bit of a wig style guide at the bottom. Now, do you know who else is going towards this type of packaging is the Toni Bratton. I don't think that that's much of a surprise since the Toni Bratton line and the hairdo line are so similar. They're also made and distributed by the same manufacturer and suppliers. And so there's the Courtside Waves. There's still a net. And some tissue paper to help the wig hold its shape during the shipping. Wow, that's a pretty color, isn't it? This glazed mocha R11S+. I have seen this before on much shorter styles. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you're looking at a light to medium ash brown base color here. But what it is, it's super highlighted, heavily highlighted with a light gold blonde. Now, a lot of the times, anytime you see the word glazed in a color like glazed mocha R11S+, plus indicates the glaze, it just means there's a lot of heavy highlighting. That makes it very dynamic. This would be an amazing color if you're brunette and you just want a little lighter, brighter color to pick you up for the summertime. It's not a rooted shade. So I'm just going to shake this out just a little because when you set the fiber free from the cap, you're just going to get a better overall effect. Now, if I were returning this, I wouldn't do that. I would just inspect the wig really well, set it on my head, and if it's a no, I'm sending it back. So let's, as it is right here, let's go ahead and apply. Okay. So what I can tell you about hairdo styles is that they do need some work right out of the box. There's really no designated parting space. Everything is smushed down to the cap. So you're gonna want to wake it up and make it yours. Okay, so this is a mid-length, wavy style. No lace, no monofilament. In fact, let's take a look at this cap just really quickly. This is your typical open cap by Hairdo. So you're going to find the open wefts on the top. There's always a nice velvet strip there at the front of the cap for comfort. And they do a nice job of splicing in a little brush of fiber or hidden weft there at the front for a good looking hairline. And so here's your wefting. And then you have an extended open nape with Velcro style adjusters. One thing you need to know about Hairdo brand, and this is just something I've noticed since I've worn them, is that they run large. You might put them on par with maybe the sizing for Raquel Welch or Gabor, but there's a lot of stretch, and these caps are also very, very roomy. So right away, I know I'm going to have to cinch in and maybe even crisscross these adjusters to get a secure fit for my circumference, which is petite average. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, because the last thing I want is for this thing to be rolling around on my head while I'm trying to review. Okay, so let's take a look. And actually, I'm going to remove the tag here real quick as well, because it always gets in the way when I'm trying to present the style and or style it. So I'm just going to remove the tag, place it in the packaging there. Okay, so you see I cinched that in all the way. Let's see. It feels pretty good now. In terms of the fit, it feels pretty secure on my circumference. So that front piece is about 12 inches. Okay, it's not perfectly straight, but it is smooth off of the crown, and then it starts to get a little wavy as you get a little further down. But 12 inches is going to stretch, you know, maybe 6 inches past my chin. All right, so the first thing I want to do here is get in there with my fingers and just swirl, 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 swirl all throughout the top. Because if I can mobilize the fiber at the root, it's going to help it move a little bit better. I'm going to get a better, more realistic part and appearance. Because it's an open cap, you can part it wherever you like. I'm a fan of just a little left of center. That seems to be my preference. But you can experiment with the different parting spaces. I notice there's a bit of stringiness here. Now this is the heat-friendly fiber. All of the Hairdo line is made from the True to Life fiber. That sounds familiar because that's the same fiber that the Raquel Welch line is made from, okay? It feels like heat-friendly fiber. It's got a velvety touch to it. And a lot of times when you get a wig, it seems a little bit stringy in that. It's because they put a heavy dose of silicone on it before it leaves the factory. So when you get it, there might just be a little greasiness, a little stringiness. So the first thing I really want to do is I'm going to actually take this off to do this piece. But I'm going to get into the root, especially on the top where it's really compacted. I'm just going to get the root and pull it out from the cap a little bit. I'm going to do that all over, but like I say, especially in the top, because I really want that movement to be as natural as it can be. And if there's any potential for any lift, I want to spring those fibers away from the cap. Okay. So this little maneuver also will create just a little bit of friction and will help that greasiness kind of dissipate. That greasiness from the factory silicone will dissipate. I find that a little bit of friction will definitely help. And if you wanted to use some dry shampoo or something, you could do that. So right at the top there, just kind of going against the grain and waking up that fiber. Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at all those choppy waves. It's kind of reminiscent of like a belle tress or something as you move down the style. So if you are a fan of like the belle tress Dalgona and you want to get an affordable sister style, I think this would be a really nice choice. You're not going to get the lace, but I think it would be passable for sister styles for sure. Okay, so like most hairdo styles, like I say, it's pretty flat on top. These have very limited permatease, these kind of styles, okay? So I just want to build in a little bit of contour if I can. Now this one kind of has a stubborn forward movement. That doesn't mean that it's a lost cause. And it's heat friendly, so you could always use a little bit of heat from a heat styling tool to help you create and sculpt the look that you want. Okay, now a lot of you could probably pull out some of your natural hair to assist that, that front hairline. But I'm just going to further spring it up. Wigs do not intimidate me anymore. I used to get a style like this and just kind of be like, no. But there's just so much you can do. I saw a little stringiness there. I wanted to tame that down just a little. So this style weighs right around 4 ounces. It's fairly light on permatease, but it is not a light density style. I would consider this to be quite a bit of hair for a hairdo style. This is actually, well, no, I take that back. The wave cut was the longest one that I had previously reviewed by Hairdo, and I think that might have been maybe just a little longer than this one. But yeah, because of that long front, you're really going to have to maybe work at this just a little bit to make it yours. You can use heat, you can style. So you can already see where it's coming around, right? It's coming around. So I think the price tag on this one is just over $100, less than $150. So I think this would be a cute one to have around for styling, or like I say, a sister style. I have this Dalgona 16 by Belle Tress here in the British milk tea color, and I feel like this Courtside Waves would probably be a really nice sister style to this. What do you think? I might take a little bit of heat from a hairdryer and create some contour. I think I might go do that and then show you the result. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That did not take me but a couple of minutes just to, all I did was pull the front up and take a hairdryer and pass some heat to the root and then continue to form it in the direction that I want it to go. They run that permatease right out to the hairline. It's very obvious because they even striped the permatease with the highlight color, and that's all very visible from the front. So no, I don't think you're gonna wanna pull this away from the face. I just think that was really poorly done right at the hairline. Knowing that so many of us will want to have that option, I don't think it's realistic at all. And I am really fighting with the greasiness on this. Too much silicone, too much. Now you can use a little bit of friction, as I said, some dry shampoo, which I would have to do. The permatease layer isn't too bad here in terms of being able to see down in, but you're still going to want to spring that fiber up. And because of this heavy highlight pattern, you'll want to use some strategic styling to obscure the striping effect that you're going to get because they run the highlight right up to that root. Okay, so this is it. Beautiful style. I think they could have done that hairline just a bit better.